NGO SEEDS, or Socio-Economic and Education Development Society, with the support of XLRI Jamshedpur, has taken an initiative to shape 2 villages of Jharkhand into model villages. SEEDS has succeeded in empowering the poor communities through holistic and sustainable approaches. This approach of development is based on the concept of Mahatma Gandhi's Gram Swarajya. It has drawn parameters and strategies from the UN Millennium Project and subsequently from the Global Sustainable Development Goals to end extreme rural poverty.
This project, known as SUGRAM, is an integrated set of interventions made to include the constitution of several community-based organizations, improving the quality of school education, total adult literacy, skill development of communities for better food production, nutrition, health, water, sanitation, communication, livelihood, enterprise diversification, and accessing government schemes and services. We are impressed to see the impact of these interventions in these 2 villages, particularly among 1,500 direct beneficiaries.
2 model villages, better known as SUGRAM, were identified in 2 districts. One, Shwaspur, about 35 kilometers from the industrial town of Jamshedpur, and the other, Kuchidi, located nearly 27 kilometers away from the city of Jamshedpur. These are villages free from the hustle and bustle of modern life, surrounded by forest land and paddy fields. The people of both the villages mostly work in the fields or as contract workers in the nearby factories. The baseline survey conducted in the initial phase of the project, that is, in the latter half of the year 2013, showed a dismal picture. Nearly 85% of the 310 families lived below the poverty line. The total literacy rate was 64%, with female literacy being even lower at 49%. The school building, together with its environment, was miserable, and the attendance of children as well as of teachers was far from satisfactory. Obviously, the quality of education was at its lowest. A lot of area around the government schools lay barren, and the outlying fields remained useless for over 6 months of the year. The advanced and semi-advanced methods of cultivation were alien to them. Most of the people here lived without proper sanitation. They did not know how to handle their domestic waste and garbage. There were no household toilets nor safe sources of drinking water. Like many in our country, these people were constantly struggling to improve the quality of their life. These men, women, and children needed motivation, direction, and a better purpose in life. Amid such state of affairs, the Socio-Economic and Education Development Society, popularly known as SEEDS, launched its interventions in the 2 villages. As has been proved time and again, if a community has to be developed, first of all, its women need to be empowered. This was once again proved right when women readily came forward to attend the literacy circles and to start income-generating activities. The 6 literacy centers for women have been instrumental in hiking the female literacy rate to nearly double of what it was earlier. Now, they not only can read and write in Hindi and do simple arithmetic, but are a lot more confident with their newly acquired skills of communication, self-confidence, and leadership. Enthused with their progress, the neo-literate women in Kuchidi have also made strides into the English language. This newfound confidence among the neo-literate women is clearly perceptible, and they have shaped up into a formidable force for all-round development in their villages. They now participate in the Gram Sabha meetings, go to banks and government offices and advocate for their rights.
पहले मतलब नहीं पढ़ाए गए थे, फिर बाद में यहाँ पर सीट के ट्यूशन हुआ, मैंने कोचिंग, वहाँ पर हम पढ़ाई किए, पढ़ाई करके अभी बहुत हमारा फ़ायदा हो गया, मतलब हमको लगा फ़ायदा हुआ। पहले से जैसे बहुत मतलब पहले जैसे गबरता हम लोग हमारे सब अभी नहीं है। हम जहाँ भी जाते हैं, बैंक जाते हैं, हमारा काम हमें कर लेते हैं, किसी को हमको मदद मांगने के लिए कोई ज़रूरत नहीं होती है। जो हमको फॉर्म भर दो, यहाँ क्या है लिखा चुका बता दो, वो सब नहीं, हम हमसे ही कर लेते हैं। मतलब
इस सीट्स के तरफ से पढ़ाई लिखाई सीखे हम, तो इससे ये फ़ायदा हुआ कि हम अपना बच्चा को खुद पढ़ा सकते हैं, कहीं ट्यूशन्स के लिए भेजना नहीं पड़ेगा, हम खुद ट्यूशन्स करा सकते हैं। तो और बैंक कहीं जाएंगे तो फॉर्म भी भर सकते हैं, दूसरों के ये से हेल्प नहीं मांगना पड़ेगा।
The quality of school education now has improved considerably. The school managing committee meets regularly and the villagers monitor the functioning of the schools and also the midday meals. The remedial learning centers for high school students in the subjects of English, science and mathematics have shown drastic improvement in learning levels. Scientific education is the dominant feature in the village schools today. Thus, SEEDS has created an appealing space for them here. Contrary to the earlier years, not a single student has failed in the Class 10 board examination. Thus, the chronic problem of dropouts at the high school level ceases to exist. In the year 2016, history was created in Kuchidi village when 9 students passed their 10th board exams in the first division. The students as well as the villagers were ecstatic and they celebrated the occasion in a grand manner. Now, there is no looking back for the students of both these villages. In the last 4 years, 67 students have been admitted into college, which is a matter of great pride for the 2 model villages.
My name is Momina Mahato. My village name is Kuchidi. My school name is MS Bansa. I read in class 9. I not only go to school but also come to coaching center regularly. I study 3 subjects, math, science and English. Nowadays I am working hard to get 90% in metric exam. I wish that I will get my target. Thank you, SEEDS.
जमशेदपुर सीट्स की तरफ से एक कोचिंग सेंटर जो कि फ्री में संचालित है। हम लोग जो कि गरीब परिवार से बिलोंग करते हैं, इसलिए यह सीट्स गरीब बच्चों के लिए बहुत अच्छा है।
Nearly 250 teaching learning aids to facilitate the learning of English, science, maths and civics have been designed and developed by both the teachers and learners. The novel idea of painting science lessons and general knowledge matter on the village walls is not only helping the students to learn better, but is also proving to be a learning for young and old alike. For the first time, 55 students have learned the fundamentals of computers at the 2 village computer centers. 7 women have also got enrolled.
हम लोग सीट्स की ओर से डेली क्लास करते हैं, कंप्यूटर क्लास। कंप्यूटर से हम लोग को बहुत कुछ सीखने को मिला है, जैसे माइक्रोसॉफ्ट वर्ड, एक्सेल, फोटोशॉप, पेज मेकर और भी बहुत कुछ हम लोग छोटे मोटे सीखे हैं डॉक्यूमेंट वगैरह बनाने के लिए। थैंक यू सीड्स।
The initiative of SEEDS to educate women, men and children alike is highly commendable as it has allowed young girls and boys to follow their dreams. It is encouraging to note that there has been a perceptible shift of 266 families in the 2 villages from below poverty line to above poverty line, which means that 85% of the families have shifted above poverty line. The hike in family income ranges from 3,000 rupees to 20,000 rupees per month. Improvement in food and nutrition security is perceptible, particularly as a consequence of farm diversification and animal husbandry. Nearly 180 persons have received training in crop and soil management, animal husbandry, and entrepreneurship development. The training and exposure visits to other states and to several NGOs, coupled with the initial small grants to the poorest families, have shown perceptible changes in the land use pattern as well as in their income enhancement. The land use of the villages has started undergoing a change. The erstwhile monocrop areas are turning into multi-crop ones. For the first time, wheat cultivation has been introduced. Maize, oilseeds, pulses, vegetables and tuber cultivation has started in both the villages. Villagers have converted the barren land into lush green vegetables gardens with the knowledge of soil testing and procuring better quality seeds from the village seed bank. In the year 2015, 57 of the poorest families were given a startup micro support for rearing goats, pigs, ducks, vegetable cultivation and rice processing.
আমার নাম সেনগো হেমব্রম সে মিলিছিল 3000 টাকা তো গুসুর কিনলি বিকলি 5000 টাকা ফায়দা হইল 2000 টাকা আরো গুসুর কিনলি 3000 টাকা ঘরে খরচা করলি
2000 লোন মিলিছিল ছাগল কিনেছিলেন পুঁজি বাড়িলো বিকলিন 20-30,000 টাকা হইলো তারপর ফায়দা ঘরে এখন 5টা আমার ছাগল আছে।
আমার নাম পার্বতী সিং শাঁসপুর গাঁও সিটিতে লোন নিয়েছি 4000 টাকা 50,000 টাকা কামাইছি আর এখন আছে আরো 11টা বাকরি।
In nearly 3.5 years, their seed money has multiplied almost 5-fold. All families have several savings bank accounts, 1191 to be precise, as compared to the 271 at the start of the project. SUGRAM Sahkari Samiti, or the cooperative society functioning in the villages, is moving towards self-sufficiency. In Kuchidi Cooperative Society, village women are in the forefront. They manage 2 enterprises, the rice processing unit, which churns out puffed rice, locally known as muri. They buy the rice, treat it, process it, do the packaging as well as the marketing. The second enterprise is that of spice grinding. Apart from buying the raw materials, women do all the other activities relating to the enterprise.
मेरा नाम लक्ष्मी महतो, मेरा गांव खुचेडी। मैं सीड्स के द्वारा परीक्षण किए हैं मसला के बारे। दुकान से लाते हैं, हाथ से चुनाव करते हैं, धूप से सुखाते हैं, उसके बाद पिसवाते हैं, फिर उसके बाद घर से बैठकर हम लोग बेचते हैं।
In Swasthpur, the cooperative society manages the nursery and plantation. This again is managed by the women.
নমস্কার, আমার নাম আরতি সিং। আমাদের ঘর শাঁসপুর, আমাদের গাঁ। আর আমাদের এখানে মানে শিষ্যের আমরা মহিলারা সবাই লোক মিলে করে বিজনেস করছি, মানে শাক সবজি। আমরা 60 জন আছি মানে মেম্বার, সবাই লোক মিলে করে আমরা এখানে করি। সবাই লোকের মানে আমাদের অনেক খুশি আর সবাই লোক আমরা ভালো আছি।
Thanks to the untiring efforts of the community, seeds and XLRI, health, hygiene and sanitation have improved drastically in both the villages. As a result of proper management of wastewater, there are no cases of malaria now. Regular health checkup camps for school children as well as for adults have improved the health scene. Water quality testing was done for 10 sources in both the villages. The report confirmed to the norms. All the homes have an indigenous water filter unit, thus providing safe drinking water. Now, almost every house in both the villages has a dustbin at home and compost pits in its courtyard. Waste domestic water drains into the kitchen garden. The fresh vegetables from the kitchen garden are consumed by the families, and the excess quantity is sold by some families in the neighboring villages or village markets, also known as haats. It is a matter of great satisfaction that presently both Khuchidi and Swaspur are open defecation-free villages, in contrast to the scene at the start of the project. Now, all the villagers use their household toilets regularly. Gram Vikas Mela or village development fairs are organized every year, where the community-based organizations and the students of the remedial centers showcase their achievements. Several stalls are put up to apprise the village community from neighboring areas, the government officials and the panchayat representatives of the progress in the villages. The exhibition cum sale of the farm produce and processed products are popular among the village folk. School children enact skits on contemporary issues such as girls' education, early marriage, and alcohol-free village. Women and youth achievers share their experiences with the audience.
मेरा नाम अरविंद भगत, ग्राम सांसपुर का ग्राम प्रधान हूँ। सिख संस्थ का 2014 से हम लोग का जो बूढ़ा बुजुर्ग महिला बच्चा लोग को मतलब शिक्षा और रोजगार डेवलप हुआ है। इसको हम लोग का उससे धन्यवाद है।
With continuous support from seeds, the villagers are forging ahead. They are on the path towards self-sufficiency, taking care of their environment, understanding their citizen rights and duties. These villages have a lot to speak about development, particularly their women.
The Model Village project has been implemented by the SEEDS team with valuable support and contribution from XLRI, the communities of Khuchidi and Swaspur villages, the panchayat and government functionaries. The project has been instrumental in strengthening the community-based organizations and developing the skills at every level, be it school children, youth, women, farmers, community teachers, service providers, or elected members of the panchayat. It has helped them to become self-reliant and improve their quality of life. Now, being a model village, it will keep on evolving and its journey towards reaching the ideal continues. But we are confident and very hopeful that the ripples will get wider and wider. So we hope that the model village will show the path to many more villages, hamlets and its peoples and help in realizing the dream of Gram Swarajya of Mahatma Gandhi. Jai Hind.
I am thankful to SEEDS to partner with us, and I wish you the best for many more years of service for the marginalized in Jharkhand.